God bless you, family, and welcome back. It's tea time here with Wings of an Angel, and we are still winding down this beautiful journey of breaking down Proverbs 31 in the month of July. Today, we're focusing on verse number 28 in the King James and the Amplified Version. I want to give a quick disclaimer, ladies. I know the verse starts out with, her children arise and call her blessed. But note, they could be your biological children, stepchildren. We have pseudo moms and dads all over the world. You know, those people who speak life into you. That's what it's referring to. The godmama, the sister, the auntie. If you are a woman and have given any advice, guidance to any child, this applies to you. So I want you to have that already in your heart and know it before we get deep into it, because usually what happens is we read it and we think about our own personal life and say, hey, this may not apply to you, but it does. Okay, this still applies to you. Verse 28 in Proverbs 31 says, her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praiseth her. Again, it doesn't have to be your biological children. You have spoken life. I know you have. Into some young person. This applies to you. You know, I grew up in the church. So we always had those mothers, you know, the first couple rows, big hats, the whole nine. They were not my biological mothers or mother, but they're mothers. They spoke life. I consider them blessed, the wisdom that's upon them. My natural mother, I bless her. I honor her. She's no longer here with us in the natural, but her children, the three of us, called her blessed. I am having memories popping in my head now of my cousins and my aunts, or my friends growing up, always loving on my mother and wanting to be around her, and how they always called her Mommy Tony or Miss Tony. Oh, that's my mom too. Or, you know, any of those type of scenarios. The auntie that you still call mom, but you know it's really your auntie. It's that other mom. This is what it's referring to. The children of the world, young, old, regardless of age, if they call you blessed, if they consider you praiseworthy, it's referring to you. So I know some of us have not bared children of our own. That does not mean that the children around us don't call us blessed. You may not even be married, but the men, the fellas, whether it's your husband, your brothers, your uncles, whomever around you, consider you praiseworthy. This is referring to you. Let me bring myself down because I'm getting a little hype. But that's what it's referring to. I need you to grasp it and accept it for you. You are considered blessed and praiseworthy. Just Selah for a second. Just a second. Now the Amplified says, her children rise up and call her blessed, happy, fortunate, and to be envied. How many people envy you? Godly envy. Want to be like you, want to make you proud. That's what it's referring to. It continues and says, her husband boasts of her and praises her. And it says saying at the end of the Amplified. But I hate to end it that way, but that's how that verse ends. Because verse 29, verse 30 and 31 talks about how the husband boasts. How people boast about you. The characteristic says you are praiseworthy. That is what this verse is. Now I know if you take a moment and sit back and you think of the women in your life that have inspired you, that when you see them, you can't help but to run up to them and love on them. And yet, despite your mess, because we've been in some mess, still love us unconditionally. You're a Proverbs 31 woman. The others in your household should see you as a blessing of the Lord, a blessing for you to be in their life, and they do. This comes from waking up in the morning. You are getting both ready in the natural, but in the spiritual, whether you're reading your word, meditation, devotions, songs of praise, getting your mindset right, praying before your day gets started. And I know some of us, we have our moments of prayer in the afternoon or in the evening. But even if you just take that moment and say, thank you, Jesus, at any time, that's praiseworthiness. Preferably in the morning. And when I say preferably in the morning, so you can start your day off with God on your heart and on your mind. But there's no condemnation. That's just how Melinda rolls. You can do whatever is best for you, whatever time that you have set aside for you and the Lord. But regardless of all of that, your children, the people who know you are like, oh, kids that aren't even in your bloodline family consider you auntie or big sis. That's what it's talking about. And for some of you church-going folks like I, you walk around that church, the house of the Lord, and you are auntie, big sis, mama this, mama that, to so many. And we come home sometimes and think, I'm not making the mark. I'm falling short. But note, because they're calling you big sis, that's praiseworthy. They ain't got to claim you. Mom, godmama, auntie of love, faith, mother. They're giving you that reverence. You are worthy to be praised. The children in the house of the Lord, the children in your family, whether they're, again, your biological children or not, consider you praiseworthy. You are a Proverbs 31 woman. Take it in. Receive it. Stop fighting this thing. You are a Proverbs 31 woman. And I'm honored to be in your presence, even virtually. I'm honored because you are praiseworthy. You meet each and every characteristic of a Proverbs 31 woman. May not be daily, but you do it. It's your purpose. You're pressing for it. And I love you for it. You inspire me. You encourage me. And I love you. I love you. I may not know you by name or have never seen you in my life. But note, I love you. God, most importantly, died for you, loves you, still speaking and interceding for you. Because you're his daughter. Because he loves you, period. Take it in. Know that you are blessed. You are a blessing. I love you. God bless you. I pray to see you, hear from you, talk to you soon. But know you are, and I'm excited to say, a Proverbs 31 woman. God bless you.